Okay, welcome to Shapes. I'm Paul Spooner, and this is Shapez2. This is another factory game. I like it. There's some weird things about it, but overall, I think it's great. So it's got the fractal nature, it's got the nesting, it's got very abstracted kind of stuff. I wish there was a way to rotate individual quartiles about their own axis instead of just around the axis of the center. That would allow for a lot more combinations. I wish there's a way to continue stacking stuff. Like inside the factories, it makes sense to have a limit of 3. Outside the factories, I think it would be cool to just have like stacks of 10 or something, like really deep factory stacking, so that you could do some fun stuff like that. But let's do just like a little overview of where I ended up. I'm at the end game. I've unlocked all the milestones, and I've unlocked. I haven't unlocked all the tasks, but I've unlocked a large amount of tasks. Probably more than half of them. Yeah, more than half. More than half of the tasks are unlocked, and I might do more tasks at some point. I'm pretty close to having a color and shape general factory. We'll go over that later. But let's just unlock some of this stuff and unlock some of the operator levels. I was kind of curious to see if the operator level would go down. I'm not sure where this stat is coming from, the top 0.15% worldwide. It seems like it's cached because it doesn't seem to be going down ever. I've never seen it go down. So if someone knows if this ever goes down, I haven't played in a couple days and I haven't unlocked anything in a couple days. And this has stayed at 0.15%. So I don't know if maybe just people aren't playing, and so like the top level isn't going down, or if there's hardly anyone at this level right now. But we'll see if we can get this to go to 0.14. Yep, there it goes, 0.14%, 0.13%. And this stops changing after level 200, I believe. It just stays the same, whatever, Shapez. 0.1. Let's see if we can get above 0.1. Yes, there we go. 0.098%. 96, 94, 90. 0.09% worldwide. So that's pretty good. I feel like I beat the game at this point. Although not quite. I haven't got the general operating factory. So this is my map right now. I'm going over here to grab some stuff for this milestone and generating these off-site. Going up here to grab some circles. Going over here to grab some circles. Going up here to grab my stars, my S shapes. And going way up here to grab cyan circles so I don't have to color them, because I need a bunch of those for this guy. So many cyan circles. So I'm doing that up here and just shipping them down. And yeah, then most of the rest of this stuff is just normal Shapes factory kind of things. I did have some factories that I tore down that were ugly and bad, but at this point it's pretty well. I'm pretty happy with how this is all running. Some of this stuff I could combine, like all this stuff could probably be combined into a single coloring and cutting and rotating factory, but I've got them separate, and that's okay. I've got plenty of spare platforms for my platform limit, so there's no need to optimize that, I suppose. I could build some better ones of these. These are currently using my old style. So I used to do, let's see. I used to do the stackers like this, where it would have, and this only has 3, so it's really not even optimal for that, but I used to do it where I would bring one in from one side, one in from the other side, and then build them like that. So it's kind of like this corner stacker. And then I realized this is dumb. The inline stackers are so much better, so let's see if we can find, I'm sure I can find an example. Yeah, here we go. So I'm using inline stackers now. So what I do instead is I'll have the lower level output on level 1, and then, or no, these are, yeah, okay, so yeah, lower level output in level 1, higher level output on level 2, and then all that stuff gets gets combined together. So you've got lower and upper on the same space belt, and then those all just split off, and I have a single factory that just stacks upper on lower. It's real straightforward. So that way you can architect the whole thing at the space belt level instead of architecting it at the factory level. And then I've got blueprints for these for exporting level 1, 2, and 3. So this one goes out in level 1, this one goes out in level 2, this one goes out in level 3, same kind of thing. And then if I need something special, like this one, they input at the wrong orientation, I'll just add in this little bit at the beginning. And it's not on the lower level, it's just on the upper level. And that way you can do special purpose stuff if you need a special purpose factory. And you just copy that as many times as you want. I've got, I think, 2 full belts of these guys here. Or no, I've got 1 full belt here. Are these half? No, it's because you have to stack them twice. Yeah, that's why. So these ones are these guys, and you have to stack 2 different levels. So that's why I've got 2 belts coming in, but only 1 belt going out. So you stack it here, and then you rotate and stack it there. That's what's going on here. So that's these guys, and then the really cool one, I think, the best one so far, is this ancillary final annex. So this is the final shape, production shape, and I've got my teal cyan circles coming in here. Those are all processed offsite. They all get stacked and everything at the other end, and we can go look at that in a minute, but then they all get inputted into here. They come in at level 2, and then all the all these shapes get generated and diced up. Let's see, they come in here. Oh yeah, so I'm mining them like this. It just happens that there's a spot here that's perfect for them. So I'm mining them like this, rotating them all in the correct orientation, painting them all, and then just dropping them right in on top, and then crystallizing them in my crystal factory and exporting them. And they go right into the train, and the train waits for a full load and then jumps right into the vortex. And so I've got 2 of those running, 3 of those running. I've got 3 of those running. I've got 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. I don't think they're full belts because my crystallizer factories are not quite running at full capacity. I think they need 6 per belt, and I've only got 4 per belt. So these are not quite full, but that's okay. It's plenty. It's a lot. It's what? Yeah, almost 6,000 a minute. So that's plenty. Plenty to get me to, 0.09% of the world ranking. If I leave it running overnight for like a week in a row. But that's kind of the point of Shapez, I think, is you build a big factory that produces a bunch of stuff really quickly, and then you just let it run and rank up for a while. So the last thing I have to do is get this working. This is my make anything machine. Right now it works for shapes, colorless shapes, but it doesn't work for colored shapes. And it's what you'd expect. I've got a dicer factory that dices up all the different shapes into separate belts. It's got 4 outputs so that it can fill a full space belt with one unit. So you put all your different shapes in this exact order, and then it dices them up and outputs them like this. I could probably make a sorter that also works for sorting, so you could input however many you wanted and then dice them all up, and it would automatically sort them into the right belt, but I didn't do that. Couldn't be hassled, I guess. So that exports all the dice shapes, and then you get those in, and it's got a selector that looks at the shape and looks at what shape you need. Let's see, what does it do? Rotates it, looks at the shape, looks at the corner, inputs that corner. If there's a shape underneath it, then it also stacks it on top. If there's no shape underneath, then it bypasses the stackers and goes straight to the output. And then if this shape is coming in and there's nothing to be stacked on top of it, then it bypasses the stackers as well and goes around this side. So that all works, and that's the same thing 4 times, and you just chain it up, and when you're done, it outputs to the outside. So that chains nicely. It's got exactly the same factory 4 times, and I like how that works. I need to make a version of this that's got a painter in it as well, and I haven't done that. I'd need to re-architect this quite a bit because it would have to take this guy and then put it through a painter somewhere, and that I guess it wouldn't be too bad. I could go up to level 3 and do a painter and then come back down or something. I could figure something out, but I haven't done it yet. But that's the last thing for my Make Anything factory. Well, that and crystallizers. I haven't quite figured out exactly how to do crystallizers yet, but I'm sure there's a way to do it. Ooh, the people are back. So that's Shapez2. I like it. It's a fun game. It was not a huge amount of content, but I like the challenge, and it's fun to do this fractal stuff. Hey, Grandma.